A big hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you to the World Teachers Quiz 2025. This is Season 5, and we are truly delighted to introduce to you our host, a prolific quizzer, the co-founder of Teacher Tribe, which many of you have been part of. She's been at the helm of this quiz for many years now. An alumnus of NITK Surat Kal and IIM Calcutta, she has been a prolific quiz host across this nation, winning herself a 40 under 40 as a top achiever, along with recognition from the Women Economic Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, time for you to enjoy this quiz and welcome your quiz host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, dear teachers, welcome to the fourth semi-final, the last semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz Season 5, brought to you by TeacherTribe.world, Grey Caps, FindTeachers.in and Global Forum for Teacher Excellence. Well, we have some new initiatives for our teachers which we will be launching soon. You will see it on all our social media pages. But for now, let me tell you a little bit about Season 5 of the World Teachers Quiz. We have identified 3 of our finalists already: a young educator from the Mangalore and Brahmawar coast, an experienced educator who has been a former finalist at World Teachers Quiz from the region of Kolkata. We have a former national champion from Bengaluru who has made it through, a former world champion actually, who has made it through into the grand finale. And now we get into the last semi-final to identify who among the 3 of them here today will make it through into that big finale that's coming up. So let me quickly introduce our semi-finalists and then move into the quiz. Our first semi-finalist for the day, representing St. Kabir's Public School from Chandigarh, is Deepta Vivekanand. Following her, representing Diwan Public School from Meerut, is Ashim Kumar Dubey. Completing this lineup for us here today, representing Endeavour Academy from Bengaluru, is Gunashri Anuradha. If you have been following the World Teachers Quiz, you would recognize them, as each one of them have been a part of the World Teachers Quiz family for quite some time now. They have been taking part, they know how the game is played. So I expect an extremely thrilling experience at this semi-final. So let's quickly get into the first round of our quiz. Coming up is the first bell. The buzzers are open. I hope all of you are ready. Nothing appearing on your screen for the first round. I will be the one asking the questions. 6 questions in this round. Okay? Pick your moment on when you want to press the buzzer, because I'm the only one giving you any form of clues. And the moment you press that buzzer, you're letting me know that you already know the answer. So I will stop reading the question. Please remember that. And single attempt per question. So keep that in mind when you decide to press the buzzer. Good luck to all of you. Let's get started with the first question. Here we go. There's a type of gas that is used to fill the extra space in the bags of potato chips. It inhibits, or it actually stops, the growth of aerobic bacteria. Ashim, go ahead, sir.
I hope it's nitrogen.
You're absolutely right. Plus 50 to you on that. The nitrogen in the bags of potato chips helps to stop the growth of aerobic bacteria, and it also helps to provide with a little bit of cushioning so the chips do not break and we don't get powdered potato chips when we bring it back home. Let's move on to the second one. Here we go. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella published his autobiography, Hit Refresh, in 2017. The book was released in United States and then later on it was released again in the UK. But in UK, when the book was released, it was done at a location that is associated with the tradition and Nadela's favorite spot rather than technology. Which location that you would famously associate with a very, very popular sport am I referring to? And I said UK. Famous, popular sport. Go ahead, Deepta, she's trying.
Is it the MCC, the Lord's Cricket Ground?
The Lord's Cricket Ground is absolutely right. Plus 50 to you on that. He actually released his book at the Lord's Cricket Ground. She gets a plus 50 on that one. Moving on, question number 3. Here we go. They have been cultivated in China for at least 8,000 years. The fruit made its way to Persia, a region of Iran, where it flourished. Ancient Romans believed Persians were the ones who created them and called these fruits Persian apples. What fruit am I referring to? What fruit am I referring to? Not commonly grown in India. We may still be able to find them in certain spots, but not commonly grown in India. But definitely a fruit all of us are aware of and probably have consumed at various points in our lives. Persian apples or persicum as well. The ancient Romans would. Deepta, go ahead.
I'm going to say persimmon.
Persimmon, because I said persicum, minus 50 on that one. Well, I actually refrained from giving that word earlier because I thought one of you would confuse it to be persimmon. That is why I did not give that. But since all of you were quiet, I thought, okay, let me give you a further clue. The answer is peach. Peach is the answer I was looking for. Moving on. It does not really matter because Deepta has not really moved into negatives. When you move into negatives, you can still come back into positives, but you have to work a little harder. Being on nil, that too only in the first, with the first 3 questions of a semi-final, she can easily move into the positives. Moving on to the next one, question number 4. Here we go. Bhutan has announced the establishment of a mega city in Gyeonggi. The city will be supported by industry pillars such as wellness, tourism, research, development and cryptocurrencies. But it will also adhere to Bhutanese religious ideals. What large industry is thus prohibited from establishing itself in this city? Think about Bhutan and what they uphold. They are known to uphold values or ideals like peace and happiness, kindness. Those are the kind of values they uphold consciously as a nation and as individuals as well. So, what would be the industry that is banned from this particular mega city? He's trying. Ashim, go ahead.
I hope is it tobacco?
Tobacco, good guess. Good guess, but a minus 50 on tobacco. I specifically said peace. When I said, when I was telling you about the values the Bhutanese people or Bhutan upholds, I specifically mentioned peace because I thought that will help you work out the answer. Weapons manufacturing is what is not allowed in that mega city. I like the way you all are thinking and trying to work out the answers because I have slightly changed the type of questions this year so we can get into, exercising our brain a little bit and working out the answers. So I like the way you all think, but weapons manufacturing is what I was looking for. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 5. Here we go. Several theories exist regarding the origin of the name of this iconic band. Okay? While one of the band members simply stated that the name came to him in a dream. Another story suggests that the members were trying to pay respect to the crickets while also making a pun on a famous or rather a fundamental musical unit. Identify this extremely well-known band. Extremely well-known for ages now. Oh, I'm not talking about a band that is performing right now or that has just come into existence like a few years ago. I'm talking about a really well-known band. Go ahead, Deepta, she's trying.
I'm going to say Beatles.
When in doubt, when it comes to such bands, say Beatles. You're absolutely right. Plus 50 to you. I know how you worked out your answer, but well worked out. Plus 50 to you. The clue was actually the timeline that I was trying to give you, and the musical unit was Beat, and Beatles come from that particular musical unit. Plus 50, well played. Let's move into the next one, the last one in this round. Here we go. Some countries like Australia, United Kingdom and United States have not recognized any at a national level. On the other extreme, countries like Bolivia has officially recognized 37, and that is the most by any country. Second to Bolivia is India, and South Africa is third. What am I talking about? I said Australia, UK. Ashim, go ahead, he's trying.
If not wrong, it's the official languages of the country.
Plus 50. Beautifully answered. Well worked out. Plus 50 to you on that. Bolivia actually has 37 official languages. I don't know if the number has changed from the time the questions were framed to now that I'm asking these questions. But last we checked 37 official languages. He gets his plus 50 back with that answer. Let's move on to the next round of this quiz and visualize these. Here we go. Gaining and losing in the previous round and gaining again, both Deepta and Ashim are on plus 50 each. Anuradha is yet to open her account, but she's a good quizzer. We know how she plays. So let's move on to the second round, which is called visualize these. You have images coming up on your screen and corresponding questions from me. 6 questions in this round as well. But do understand that the rules are the same. The moment you press the buzzer, you're telling me you know the answer, and I stop reading out the question. Good luck to all of you. I said 6 questions. Keep that in your mind. The first one coming up on your screen. Here we go. What did she achieve in 1988? Go ahead. Go ahead, Ashim, on the buzzer.
It's Wimbledon.
A slightly better answer. First, can you tell me who she is?
This is a Steffi Graf.
Steffi Graf, absolutely right. A slightly better answer than Wimbledon. 1980, I will give you your plus 50, but I'm trying to push you to give me the full answer. I said 1988. She was the first one
to win the French Open
and
the US Open.
and one more.
Grand Slam. Grand Slam is the answer.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I was just trying to push you to give me the entire answer. I mean, if you know that she won Wimbledon at that point, you definitely know that she actually won all the 4. She won the only one to win the Grand Slam at that point in time. Steffi Graf, plus 50 to you. Absolutely right. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Here we go. Which children's favorite toy was named after this president? Anuradha, quick on the buzzer. Go ahead.
A teddy bear.
Teddy bear is absolutely right. This is Theodore Roosevelt, and teddy bear is what I was looking for as an answer. Plus 50 to you. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 3 coming up on your screen. Here we go. There is something very special about this picture. Deepta, go ahead.
It's the picture of the first X-ray, Rontgen.
Absolutely right. The picture of the first X-ray that was taken by Wilhelm Röntgen right there on your screen, the one who actually invented X-rays for us and helped us with medical care. Absolutely right. She gets her plus 50. Let's move on to the next one. If be a little careful and wait for me to complete the question. Question 4, here we go. All right, this is the flag of Guatemala. The bird that you see on the flag is the national bird of Guatemala and also the currency of Guatemala. Go ahead, Deepta.
Quetzal.
Plus 50, absolutely right. The currency of Guatemala is named after the bird. Quetzal is what I was looking for. She gets a plus 50 on that one. Moving on to the next one, that's question number 5, coming up on your screen. Here we go. This is the Byakuya. The spelling is Byakuya. According to the Guinness Book of Records, this is the most expensive ice creams in the world. Which country has created this masterpiece? Byakuya. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Go ahead, Ashim. I think he's taking a chance here. Go ahead.
Japan.
Plus 50 to you. Absolutely right. He's doing well, getting his plus 50s. Plus 50. Japan is the one that has created this ice cream. Let's move on to the last question of this round, coming up on your screen. Here we go. This is the bottom part of a famous monument in this world. Which monument am I talking about? It basically shows broken chains signifying freedom from slavery. Go ahead, Deepta.
Statue of Liberty.
The foot of Statue of Liberty is what you're seeing on your screen. We sometimes only remember the face of Statue of Liberty and we don't really know what happens at the foot of Lady Liberty, and that is the foot right there on your screen. Deepta getting that right and getting a plus 50. Well, halfway through into the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look at the score before we move on. All right. With that last plus 50 with Lady Liberty, Deepta has moved into the lead with 200 points. Close behind her, trying to chase her down, is Ashim with 150 points. Anuradha trying to chase both of them with 50 points. Let's move on to the next round. Coming up is Assemble Your Thoughts. Here we go. Three questions in this round. You'll have multiple clues coming up on your screen and you need to connect all of them to give me one final answer. It does not matter to me if you know all the clues or if you know only one and you're taking the risk to give me the final answer. It's completely up to you. All I want to know is the overall answer. I may or may not have some thoughts to share just to guide you on the line of thought, but if I do, I will definitely let you know. Three questions here. The first one coming up on your screen, here we go. Names of 3 movies on your screen, and there is something that connects all of them. What is it? Something to do with their performance, a recognition to do with their performance. Go ahead, Deepta.
They're all Oscar winners.
Slightly better answer. There are many movies.
Best film, best picture.
Again, there are many movies that way. Slightly better answer. There is something iconic that is only with these 3 movies and no other movie in this world.
Best special effects.
Slightly better answer.
Oh.
I have to push you. I have to push you. Don't go into the details. You're getting into the minute details. Do not get into the minute details.
Is it best cinematography? I'm going to guess all the awards now. They're all Oscar winners for sure.
Yeah, but there are many movies that are Oscar winners. If I have to put these 3 movies specifically, then there is something that only these 3 movies have achieved and no other movie has. All right, I cannot give you more time. Neither can I give you a 50 on that one. minus 50. The answer that I was looking for is only 3 movies with 11 Academy Awards. That's why I said you're getting into the details, don't get into the details. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 2 coming up on your screen. Slightly tricky one, but a very interesting one at that. You can definitely work out the answer. Here we go. These are 3 breeds of dogs that I'm showing you on the screen. And there is something that is unique about these 3 dogs, or these 3 breeds of dogs. Why have I put them on the screen? Something to do with how they are named. The breed, that is. I'm talking about the breed. All right, I'll tell you the names of the breeds if that is going to help you. Right on top there, what you're seeing is a Doberman. The bottom left corner near the World Teachers Quiz logo is a Saint Bernard. And on the bottom right is a Terrier. A terrier is what it's called. There are multiple versions of a terrier, but I've shown you one picture there. Something that is common among these 3 dogs. Something to do with the names of the breed. You need to think creatively. You need to think creatively. Something to do with the names of the breeds, I said. So Doberman, Saint Bernard, and a terrier. Go ahead, Ashim. He's trying.
Is it they are named after their places?
They are named after their
Places from where they are originated.
places. Okay. Good try, but a minus 50 on that one. Saint Bernard is not a place. Saint Bernard should have been a very good clue for the 3 of you. They are named after people.
First,
After people, okay? So the Doberman is actually named after a person called Frederick Doberman, Carl Frederick Doberman. Saint Bernard is named after Saint Bernard of Menthon, and Terrier is named after John Jack Russell Terrier. So this is actually called Jack Russell Terrier. I didn't tell you the whole name of it. There are 3 types of terriers, and this is a Jack Russell. Short form in the dog world, they call them JRTs. So that is what you're seeing on your screen. All of them named after people. All right, this round is looking like a tougher one, but it's actually not. The next one, I expect a quick buzz. You need to identify a person from these 3 clues. Coming up on your screen, here we go. Go ahead, Deepta, quick there.
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo is absolutely right. The fresco on the screen there from the Sistine Chapel, David right there on your screen, and also the Madonna upstairs right there on the screen. All of them connecting you to Michelangelo plus 50. All right. Quick look at the score, ladies and gentlemen. Deepta is leading this quiz with 200 points. Ashim took a negative a little while ago, and that's why he's back on 100. Anuradha on 50 points. Let's move on to the last round of this semi-final, after which we'll know whom among the 3 of them will be moving into the grand finale. Let's wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the 4th semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz Season 5, brought to you by TeacherTribe.world, Grey Caps, FindTeachers.in, and Global Forum for Teacher Excellence. And we are now in the last round of this semi-final. 5 more questions to go, after which we will know who will move into the grand finale. 5 questions, 50 points each, means 250 points up for grabs. Even at this point, all 3 of them have an equal chance to win this quiz. So even now, I wouldn't place my bets on anybody. So let's get started with the first one. Nothing appearing on your screen. This round is similar to the first round that we played. I will be the one asking you all the questions, nothing on your screen. The first one, here we go. Al-Khwarizmi's contribution to mathematics, geography, astronomy, and cartography established the basis for innovation in algebra and trigonometry. The Latinized version of his name gave rise to which word in English? Anuradha, go ahead.
Algorithm.
I was going to say that this word is commonly used in the field of technology, especially in softwares. Absolutely right. Algorithm giving her a plus 50. Well worked out there. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. Here we go. After noticing that the peers had a hard time committing to plans, Patrick McGuinness coined what 4-word phrase which basically describes the apprehension one feels when they are either not in the know or left out of events or experiences. Go ahead, Deepta.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Plus 50, absolutely right. FOMO giving her a plus 50. All right, moving on. Actually, a good topic for you to speak to your children in the class, and it will gain their attention because they use a lot of this lingo. So let's move on. Question number 3. Chi-Chi, the star attraction of the London Zoo, which was voted as Britain's favourite animal, served as an inspiration for which design of... Go ahead, Anuradha.
World life panda. It's the Chi-Chi is the panda. Oh my God, what am
You can give me the short form. Don't worry.
WW World life. What is that?
Give me the short form. Don't worry about it.
WW.
You just said the word like 10 seconds ago. Okay, can you tell me what the organization is? Just describe the organization.
Yeah, it's like saving animals, and it's like PETA World.
Okay, more to do with the
World
protection.
Wildlife.
I'll give it to you, no problem, plus 50. World Wildlife Fund. You said fund.
WWF.
You said
Yeah,
fund
I said
in
fund.
between and
Yeah,
then
I
you
did
stopped
say.
again. Yeah, that's completely fine. The logo, the panda on the logo of WWF is inspired from Chi-Chi, and this basically, the logo was created by Sir Peter Scott, and Chi-Chi was the inspiration for him to create this logo, and he is actually one of the key members who established WWF. All right, scores. Well, the story has changed. Ashim on 100 points, Anuradha on 150 points, Deepta on 250 points. 2 more questions to go. The penultimate one, here we go. Which Bombay-born writer was the first English language writer to receive the Nobel for Literature? Huge name, huge name. Ashim, go ahead.
It's Rudyard Kipling.
Rudyard Kipling is absolutely right. He gets a plus 50 on that one. And with that, we move into the final question of the semi-final. Here we go. Which award was established in 1886 after a false obituary of the creator of the award was published? Go ahead, Anuradha.
Nobel Prize.
I just mentioned Nobel. I did not want to say what the obituary was all about. The obituary read, "Dynamite King dies, the merchant of death is dead." That actually shook him, and that is not how he wanted to be remembered by for eternity, which is why he created the Nobel Prize, and that is how we know him today. Yeah, we know him for the dynamite, but we do know him better for the Nobel Prize. Getting that plus 50 is Anuradha on the last one. Let's take a final look at the score. All right. Anuradha is going to feel very, very bad. Had she taken 1 plus 50 a little early on, she could have forced a tiebreaker with Deepta. But as of now, the final scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, a very close game from the very beginning of this semi-final actually. From Diwan Public School, Meerut, Ashim Kumar Dubey on 150 points. Anuradha from Endeavour Academy, Bengaluru on 200 points. And winning this quiz by a lead of 1 question is Deepta from St. Kabir School, Chandigarh with 250 points. I feel happy for Deepta, but I do feel bad for Anuradha and Ashim because probably if it were any other set, this year the entire quality of quizzing has become very high, But despite that, maybe if it was any other set or any other quiz, a 200 or 150 was a very good score to qualify into the finale. But somehow all of you good quizzers came into the same group. So this has been a very close semi-final here today. And Deepta Vivekanand from Saint Kabir Public School, Chandigarh moves into the finale. She is not a stranger for the finale. She's been there before. She's played the game. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the 4th semi-final of the World Teachers Quiz Season 5, brought to you by TeacherTribe.world, Grey Caps, FineTeachers.in, and Global Forum for Teacher Excellence. We have 2 of them who have been in the finale before. One champion who's been there before. If I'm not wrong, Deepta, you also won the quiz one year, right? All right, so we have 2 former champions. We have a former finalist, and we have a newcomer to the entire game itself, moving into the grand finale of the World Teachers Quiz Season 5. I can't wait to host this quiz for them and see how all of them perform in that grand finale. I really hope all of you will join me there and watch that entire game with me. And very soon we will know who would be the champion of the 5th season of the World Teachers Quiz. You don't go anywhere and join me in the world finale that's coming up.